Have you ever sat down with a piece of grilled salmon or a slice of sushi and thought, this has to be good for me? It's fish. You're not alone. In fact, 1 in 4 seniors eat fish every week, believing it's the healthiest choice. But here's the truth, no one tells you. Some fish that look clean and fresh can silently harm your heart, your brain, and your memory. Especially after 60, when your body isn't filtering toxins the way it used to. I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to protect you, because a few small changes could add years of clarity, energy, and peace of mind. So stay with me. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 6 fish to avoid and the smarter, safer options your body will thank you for. And if health matters to you or someone you love, hit that subscribe button now. Fish. Number 1. The mercury trap in king mackerel. Let's begin with a fish that often brings back warm memories. King mackerel. It's flavorful. It grills beautifully. And for many families, it's a weekend favorite. I had a patient once tell me, every Sunday my dad would fire up the grill for king mackerel. He said it was good for the brain. And that's the tricky part. It sounds like a smart choice. It even feels healthy. But here's what most people don't realize. King mackerel has some of the highest mercury levels of any fish we eat. And mercury, especially after age 60, is no small concern. Your body doesn't remove mercury the way it used to. The liver slows down, the kidneys work harder, and that toxic buildup doesn't just stay in your blood, it travels to your brain, to your nerves, to your heart. I want you to picture something. A man in his late 60s, he's still active, still social, but lately he's more forgetful. He sets his glasses down and can't find them. His hands tremble slightly as he picks up his coffee. He tells you he's just tired, but it might not be just age, it might be mercury. In older adults, mercury can trigger cognitive decline. It can affect balance, slow reaction time, and lead to tremors. And sadly, it often goes unnoticed. Now here's another issue. Many people confuse king mackerel with Atlantic mackerel. They sound alike, they are not the same. Atlantic mackerel is low in mercury and safe. King mackerel is not. If it's in your freezer or on your shopping list, it's time to think again. You don't have to give up fish, just make a better swap. Wild-caught salmon is rich in omega-3s and low in mercury. Sardines are another smart, affordable choice. Both support heart health, memory, and brain function. So here's my question to you. Has king mackerel been a regular dish in your home? Did you ever think it could be part of the problem, not the solution? If so, I'd love to hear your story in the comments, because sometimes the best way we protect our future is by sharing what we've learned from the past. Fish number 2, farmed salmon, omega-3 with a hidden price. You walk into the store, the salmon looks perfect, vibrant pink, firm texture, nicely priced. It says Atlantic salmon on the label. And you smile, thinking, this is good for my heart. But here's what that label doesn't say. If that salmon was farm-raised, especially outside the United States, it might carry more than just protein and omega-3s. I've worked with older patients who eat salmon 3 times a week. They think they're doing the right thing, but they don't feel right. They're tired, they're inflamed, their cholesterol isn't improving, and they're frustrated. So we dig deeper. And often, the problem isn't the salmon, it's where the salmon comes from. Farmed salmon is usually raised in crowded underwater cages, thousands of fish packed together, fed with low-grade pellets, swimming in water that often isn't clean. To keep disease from spreading, these fish are fed antibiotics. Some farms even use artificial coloring to make the meat pink, because without it, the flesh would be grey. But it gets worse. The feed used in many of these farms contains chemicals like PCBs and dioxins. These are industrial toxins. And they don't just disappear when you cook the fish. For an older body, those chemicals can quietly build up. They can trigger inflammation, worsen joint pain, stress the immune system, and over time they may even increase cancer risk. I know that sounds frightening, but there is a better way. You don't need to give up salmon, just choose smarter. Look for wild-caught salmon, especially from Alaska. It's cleaner, it's higher in natural omega-3s, and it doesn't carry the same chemical baggage. It may cost a little more, but you're not just buying fish, you're buying peace of mind. You're protecting your heart, your brain, and your long-term health. So the next time you reach for salmon at the store, pause, flip the label, look for the words wild caught, then ask yourself this: is the salmon I'm holding helping me feel younger, or silently wearing me down? Let me know what you find. And if salmon is part of your routine, I'd love to hear how you prepare it at home. Fish. Number 3, tilefish, the secret name on the menu. Let me take you to a familiar scene. It's your birthday, or maybe an anniversary dinner with someone you love. You're at a nice restaurant. You scan the menu. You see something called Catch of the Day. It's white fish, grilled, lemon butter sauce. It sounds light. It sounds healthy. So you order it, but no one tells you what it actually is. And that's where the trouble begins. Because what's often listed as catch of the day or white fish could be something far more harmful, like tilefish. Now, I don't expect everyone to know fish species by name, that's not your job. But it is my job to tell you this. Tilefish, especially the kind caught in the Gulf of Mexico, has some of the highest mercury levels of any fish in the ocean. Yes, even higher than king mackerel. And remember, after 60, your body doesn't clear mercury the way it used to. It builds up, and slowly it starts to affect your balance, your memory, even your mood. Patients describe feeling foggy, losing words, forgetting things that used to come naturally. They think it's just age, but sometimes it's not age at all. I've seen seniors diagnosed with early cognitive decline when it turned out to be mercury poisoning. What makes this worse is that tilefish is often served at upscale restaurants. It's treated like a premium dish. It comes plated beautifully. It feels like a treat. But expensive doesn't mean safe, not when your nervous system is more vulnerable, not when your brain is working harder to stay sharp. So here's my advice. The next time a menu offers white fish, ask. You have the right to know what you're eating. If it's tilefish, say no. Politely, firmly, no. Instead, ask for cod or haddock. Both are mild, easy to digest, and much lower in mercury. You're not being picky, you're being proactive, because in this stage of life, protecting your mind matters just as much as protecting your heart. And a simple question at dinner could make all the difference. Have you ever ordered catch of the day without knowing what it was? Let me know in the comments. Your experience might help someone else make a safer choice tonight. Fish number 4, swordfish. Elegant but dangerous. There's something special about swordfish. It doesn't show up in your weekly meals. You save it for rare occasions. Maybe a family celebration, a cruise dinner, or a high-end seafood restaurant. It feels like a reward, like something refined, a once-in-a-while indulgence. And that's exactly why most people don't question it. They think, it's just this one time. But even one time matters more than you might think. Swordfish is one of the longest living predators in the ocean, and that matters because the longer a fish lives, the more toxins it absorbs from everything it eats. By the time swordfish makes it to your plate, it's carrying dangerously high levels of mercury. Now remember, mercury doesn't cook out. You can't grill it away, you can't bake it out. The mercury is part of the meat, and in older adults, it tends to stay longer. It settles in the nervous system. It affects the brain, the kidneys, the heart. I've spoken to seniors who thought they were just tired. They felt off. They were slower, foggier, more anxious. They blamed aging. But when we traced their habits, it wasn't just age, it was swordfish, and it was avoidable. Now let's pause here. I'm not saying you should fear every meal, but I do want you to feel informed, because informed choices lead to better outcomes. So if you enjoy rich, meaty fish, you still have great options. Try rainbow trout or pollock. Both are flaky, delicious, and easy on the body, low in mercury, high in omega-3s, and much safer for aging organs. This isn't about giving up flavor, it's about trading risk for nourishment. The next time you see swordfish on a menu, I want you to pause, take a moment, and remember this conversation. Is it worth the risk, or could tonight's dinner leave you feeling better, not worse? Have you or someone close to you ever chosen swordfish as a treat? Tell me how you felt afterward. Your story could open someone else's eyes. Fish number 5, Bigeye tuna, sushi's hidden risk. Sushi isn't just for the younger crowd anymore. These days, more and more older adults are enjoying it too. It feels light, it feels fresh, and it feels modern. I've had patients tell me, "My daughter took me for sushi last weekend, it was fun." And I believe them. Social meals are important. Trying new things is healthy, but one kind of sushi fish deserves a closer look: Bigeye tuna. You may not recognize the name, but you've likely seen it. That deep red slice on a sushi platter, rich in color, soft in texture. Right in the center of the plate. Bigeye tuna lives long and swims deep. Like swordfish, it builds up mercury over time. And unlike grilled fish, it's often eaten raw. That creates a second layer of risk because raw fish can carry bacteria. In your younger years, your immune system could handle it. Now it's a different story. Infections like Salmonella or Listeria hit harder after 60. Can last longer, they can be harder to recover from, and they can quietly damage your body from the inside out. So when you combine mercury and bacterial exposure, you're taking a double hit, and your body doesn't bounce back the way it used to. Here's something many people don't realize: not all tuna is created equal. Bigeye and albacore tuna have high mercury levels, but canned light tuna, usually skipjack, is much safer. If you enjoy tuna, you don't have to give it up. Just shift to light tuna. Cook it. Limit it to 2 servings per week. That simple change could save you weeks of fatigue, headaches, or worse. So let me ask, have you ever eaten raw tuna thinking it was healthy? If so, what did you notice afterward? Let's help each other stay informed. Fish number 6, imported catfish, comfort food with a cost. Some meals go beyond taste. They carry memories, tradition, love. For many families, that meal is catfish, crispy, golden, served on weekends, passed down through generations. I've seen grandfathers smile as they fry it just right. I've smelled it in kitchens filled with laughter. But here's the truth. Today's catfish isn't always the same fish your parents ate. Especially if it's imported. Catfish from overseas, particularly parts of Asia, are often raised in poor conditions, crowded ponds, dirty water, and feed laced with chemicals. To prevent disease, some farms use antibiotics, the kind that are banned in the United States, the kind that can lead to drug-resistant bacteria. That means when you eat imported catfish, you might be taking in harmful residues your body can't fight off. For seniors, this risk is serious. What gives a younger person an upset stomach could put you in the hospital. Now let's be clear, catfish isn't the problem. Where it comes from is, if you love catfish, you can still enjoy it. Just choose US farmed. Standards are higher, the water is cleaner, the antibiotic use is regulated, and always cook it thoroughly. Well-cooked fish reduces bacterial risks and protects your digestion. Comfort food should bring comfort, not danger. So the next time you're at the store, check the label, ask your fishmonger, support local farms when you can. And if catfish is part of your family's story, make sure it's also part of your health, not your harm. Did you feel unwell after eating catfish? Was it imported or local? Was it imported or local? Let's talk about it in the comments. We've covered a lot today. 6 types of fish that can quietly harm you, even though they look clean, taste great, and seem healthy. But this isn't about fear, it's about power. Because now you know that some fish carry mercury. Some are raised with chemicals. Some come with risks you can't see on the plate. But you also know what to choose instead. Wild-caught salmon, light tuna, trout, cod, sardines, haddock, US-farmed catfish. You don't need to give up fish. Just choose the ones that serve you best. Let me ask you this. Was one of these 6 fish a regular part of your meals? How has your body changed since 60? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And if this video helped you even a little, please share it with someone you care about. It could change the way they eat. It might even change the way they age. Subscribe to Golden Heart Advice for more guidance like this. We're here every day to help you stay strong, stay sharp, and stay well.